What's up, everybody? This is day 4 of my GI Broom Experience. Before I get started, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, RL Truth, so I can share more of my fruitarian journey, as well as, more tidbits on my philosophies on everything from the terrain model to fruitarianism to, flat earth to just everything. Everything under the sun as we continue to pull this veil back that's been kind of in front of us for a very long time. But today we are going to talk about the GI Broom from Dr. Morse. Anyone who's watched my videos knows how much respect and admiration I have for Dr. Morse. A lot of the knowledge that I've attained has come from Dr. Morse and his detox book, not to mention all the videos he has on YouTube and his website, amongst others as well. But Dr. Morse has really set the foundation for a lot of things pertaining to fruitarianism and understanding how the body works. So for me, I've dealt with gastrointestinal issues pretty much my entire life, not understanding the root cause of anything. And that's kind of part of the process, is you have to, uncover these things on your own, because allopathic medicine and Western civilization, really focuses on the reactive side of things instead of the proactive side of things. So since I was a kid, as early as I can remember, adolescence age, I would have stomach issues. Certain things I would eat would make me feel a certain kind of way. I struggled with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. I was told that I was lactose intolerant, but I was only lactose at certain times. Lactose intolerant at certain times. So I could eat ice cream once in a while, but then sometimes I'd eat it and it would, mess me up, make me feel horrible. Things of that nature. Same thing with cheese or whatever the case may be. Never, and I was never provided any real insight from any doctor or anything like that. But lo and behold, if you've watched any of Dr. Morse's work or other naturopaths out there, they make it a very imperative point to clean the terrain, to ultimately clean the body. And we beat up our GI tract so much from all the acid forming foods that we eat, from cooked foods. You start with the basis of cooked foods, but then you get into fried foods and you get into the meats and all the protein, the excessive proteins, and just the refined sugars and soda, and just think of all the things that are a part of the standard American diet. When you drive down the street and you see a McDonald's or a Burger King or a Pizza Hut or a Chili's or, whatever, you look at those menus, and the majority of those foods, the things that stand out to people are really the things that beat us up the most. And it's unfortunate, but, through my journey, I hope that I can open some eyes and shed some light, and you guys will do the same, and that will reciprocate and also be that ripple effect in the world, so we can get back to being a healthy society. But, so when I heard about the GI Broom, and look, I don't get paid off of this or anything like this. I'm literally shedding light to the world. So you might not know about this. So basically what happens is, when you eat all those acid forming foods, in addition to wheat, wheat basically mixed with water is going to make like a paste that's going to stick to your GI tract all the way to your stomach. So through the years and years of beating up the GI tract that we go through, our GI tract is not functional in its full capacity. So what I am looking to do is basically clean that up and clean that out. So I'm on day 4 of the GI Broom, and it's been really interesting, because it's not something that's just going to ultimately put you on the toilet and make you have a bunch of bowel movements. No, it's not really about that. It's about cleaning it up, and you will have bowel movements. Don't get me wrong, but that's not the whole intent. So if you go into it thinking as soon as you start taking these things, because it comes with 360 veggie caps. So that's about, it's 60 days worth if you're taking one a day. That's if you're acute. It's 30 days if you take two a day, which you have a chronic situation. So when you start taking it, yeah, you'll notice that your bowel movements will be a little bit different than usual. You'll see some interesting stuff, you know, and it's case by case. It's depending on where you are, you know, as far as your dietary journey. You know, and for me, it's been really good this first 4 days. It's really helped me realize kind of, you know, that I've had some issues, and I'm starting to see those issues come to fruition in my bowel movements. So the hope is to go through this entire thing, and I will keep you guys periodically in tune with what's going on. I'm not going to do one for every day, but, you know, I'll probably do one maybe for day 10 and then 20 and then so on and so forth, and then an overall summary of it. But I do suggest it so far. You know, 4 days in, I feel great. I feel like when I eat now, I don't have that instant reaction that I used to have. A lot of times, and I'm not just talking horrible foods, right? Like, cause I'm a majority fruitarian. There are still times where I eat stuff outside of fruit and, you know, no meat or anything like that. But, you know, once in a while I might eat cooked vegetables or, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. And when I do that, I do feel, you would usually feel an instant reaction. And even with sometimes with fruit combining and things like that, I feel something as well. Sometimes grapes, you know, grapes can definitely pull a lot of that out of you as well. But with this GI Broom, it's going to help clean my GI tract and then ultimately get me on the recovery road to building myself back up. Because my plan is to start with the GI tract. Then next, I'm going to work on the adrenals and the kidneys. And then I'm going to work on the lymphatic system. And throughout that entire process, that's truly going to clean up pretty much the foundation of health within my body. So if any of you guys have tried the GI Broom, let me know your experience with it. I'm really liking it so far, day 4. And I'll keep you guys updated on everything going forward. So hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give it a like. And I will continue doing what I do. Thank you guys. Peace.